Hello and welcome to Peak Performance Selling, the only sales clinic in the Middle East. I'm Dr. Anand Menon, your host and sales doctor on this channel. Now, as you go through this channel, if you like some of the videos that you see here, I would encourage you to hit the like button and share it with your friends on your social media platforms. You see, I'm a firm believer that those who know have the moral responsibility to share with those who don't. So let's become ambassadors of knowledge and share what we learn with our friends. And I want to thank you in advance for doing that. On this video, I want to share with you another lesson from life, a sales lesson from life. See, a couple of days ago, I was watching a video on National Geographic about an iceberg. And as I watched geologists track the movement of that iceberg, I started thinking about sales. And I saw a huge connection between that little iceberg and you and me as sales professionals, and in fact, not just in sales, in all of life. So let me first tell you about this iceberg, and then let's break it down for application. You see, Iceberg B15 is the largest recorded or measured iceberg in human history. In the year 2000, it broke away from the Ross Arctic Shelf in Antarctica. Now, Iceberg B15 is 295 kilometers in length and 37 kilometers wide. It has a surface area of 11,000 square kilometers. That's bigger than the island nation of Jamaica. So, Iceberg B15 is like Jamaica floating in the sea. Now, when Iceberg B15 broke away, geologists were concerned. They wanted to know what was the reason this happened. So as they started to study and track this iceberg, they noticed something else. Iceberg B15 was moving in a direction different from the rest of the smaller icebergs. So when they started to look at this more closely, they also recognized that other big icebergs like Iceberg B15 were doing the same thing. The smaller ones were moving in random directions, but all the big icebergs were moving in one clear direction. And they found the answer to that. You see, icebergs move as driven by the tide or by the currents and the wind. And the smaller icebergs move based on surface currents which change at different points during the day because of change in temperature. The wind changes because of change in temperature. As a result, the smaller icebergs move around based on that change. So the temperature is different at 8 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, 4 in the evening. But not Iceberg B15 or the big ones. Iceberg B15 is driven by deep ocean currents. And deep ocean currents do not change their direction because they are not affected by the temperatures. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, at 10 in the morning, at 8 in the evening, the temperatures in the deeps of the ocean are the same. Now, when I was watching this video, I thought about it. People are a lot like icebergs. You see, the giants, the ones who achieve, who do great things, who catch our admiration, are like Iceberg B15. They are driven from within. They are not influenced by surface level currents, by the market, by a change in economic condition, by perception, by comments passed by their own colleagues, by investors in the market. They understand who they are, they know why they wake up each morning, and they are driven by their own passion and what they believe in from the inside. That's what we need to become if we have to become really good at what we do. This isn't just sales, it's about anything in life. So we need to become the Iceberg B15s. You see, the challenge that most people have is that they live by eyesight rather than mindsight. So eyesight or mindsight, what's the difference? Eyesight is judging according to appearances. It's judging based on what you see, what the media tells you, what a friend tells you, what you hear on a phone call. Mindsight is how you interpret what you see. And that's the difference. Most salespeople are very impressionable. We hear something out there, a second person repeats it, and it becomes our truth. And as a result, we move and shift in our directions, losing our focus because we are controlled not from the inside, but by the outside. But judging, interpreting what you see is mindsight. It's you hear the same things that everyone else is hearing. You read the same newspapers, you watch the same media. You recognize the same changes of laws by the government, but you interpret it so that it works in your favor. That's the Iceberg B15s. Now, whether you live your life by eyesight or mindsight, one thing is certain for all of us. At the end of it all, we're going to look back on our lives and we're going to be using hindsight. Now, in hindsight, which is looking back, you want to make sure that you have lived your life by mindsight, not eyesight. So, I want to challenge you today. What's stopping you from becoming an Iceberg B15? Good luck and happy selling.